Fantastic.
There we are, we're live.
What?
We're live.
Fantastic.
Hello, everybody. Come on.
I didn't say anything bad.
And we have control early. We are now shooting on the downhill side of the field.
And we just want to say welcome back. We don't know if our mics have been working the entire time. If you haven't been able to hear us at all throughout this entire game, we apologize. We're still looking to bring you the best coverage. Hills West Media Sports.
Landau taking it now. I don't know anything.
Dutch controls it at midfield. And that's the freshman goalie, headed again by Nick Dutch. Hills West applying early pressure. Right down field to Landau. Landau kicks it up the field. Frazier. Oh, and he's tackled by the Sachem East defender, but no
How
call.
Was that a no call?
That's a very questionable call.
Some of the things
no
that they've called
You're screaming.
and then not calling that one, I don't know.
And that was almost a great opportunity right in the box of Sachem East. Now, Pooj, we listened right to the halftime speech. What'd you think?
The Sachem East coach, he was definitely fired up. He wants his team to get back into it. He wants his team to go a little bit faster. So we'll see if they can accomplish just that.
It's going to be difficult against this relentless Hills West attack. Kicked out by Marcus Frazier. Headed by Bergoli. Bergoli again fighting for it. Dutch with the control right back into the box. Looks for Frazier. And Sonny Gu with the play out of goal. And just over the net. Almost had the second goal of the game.
That looked in for a second, but it was behind the net.
And who else on the play? Sonny Gu.
Sonny Gu, of course.
And if you haven't heard us mention his name thus far because our mics haven't been working, he's been everywhere. Sachem East with a kick down the line, and Dutch is there. Kicked out of bounds by Ben Wichman.
And a quick throw in for Sachem East. Headed out by Hills West.
Ben Wichman looking to clear, but can't. Now it's fired down the line. Sachem East able to regain control right into the box. And Benny knocked with the easy save, if you can even call it a save. Quickly down the field. That's Andrew Buncis. Down the line, right to Leo. Leo looking to make something happen. Takes some heavy touches. And it's kicked out. But kicked right back in by the freshman.
West has done a much better job than Sachem East controlling this game. The ball has been on the west side, on the Sachem East side of the field, almost the entire day. So,
if Sachem East needs to pull up more pressure, and they've had some opportunities early in the second half, but they need to get some corners. It seems like corners have been very effective in both playoff games. I just control the camera since I'm speaking. That's true. And that's kicked out by Sachem East. So it's going to be a Hills West throw-in. Down the right sideline. Headed by Dahl. Cross-checked. Big kick from Justin Croyne. First time we've mentioned his name today, but he's been involved throughout the entire time in the game. Just hard to see him down there. Always involved on the play. That's the freshman battling for the ball and taken away by Frazier. Frazier couldn't get it more, kicks it out of bounds, couldn't get a good touch on it. might have been deflected, and it's going to
Again,
be a
this-
Hills West for their 5th corner of the game.
Again, that's a Hills West shot. Sachem East hasn't taken any shots. I think West has taken how many? 3 shots already in the second half, and it's just begun.
So it's going to be Ben Witchman with the corner kick. And it's going to go into the box. Hills West aiming again. Oh, almost in the bottom right corner of the net. Bottom left corner of the net. Hills West with a great opportunity that, as Pooh just said throughout the game, they haven't been able to capitalize. But clearly you haven't heard what Pooh just said because our mics have been off.
Sunny Goo with the kick out from the goal. And that's a chance for West. For Sachem East, I'm sorry.
Whoops. This is Pooja's first live stream.
Oops.
It's going to be Justin Coyne for the throw-in. Heads it to Leo. Sachem East looking for something, and they just can't get it. And that's the freshman. Got pushed. Gonna go against Sachem East. Helps him up though. Good sportsmanship throughout the entire game. Not the chippiness we saw in the West East game. Not saying that that's not bad, but just different style of game right now.
The goalie knocked. We'll take the free kick. You know, most teams don't have their goalie take free kicks, but Knocked is so talented.
Is he our Sunny Goo?
I think so. Both elite defenders.
Oh, he's going for the
Uh-oh.
far goal as our goalie was out of position. But you're not going to get a good shot off from 70 yards out.
They just missed.
Just a little. Just a little. And Frazier passes it back for the throw-in. Kicked out of bounds again by Sachem East. It's going to be Dutch with the throw-in. One of the captains on the team. Leo in the box. They like that connection from Nick to Leo on the throw-ins. Leo making something out of nothing. Goes for the far post. Couldn't finish.
Does not get it.
And it's going to be another corner. The 6th corner.
As much as we've dominated this game, the score remains 1-0.
And that's what counts. The scoreboard.
We're one goal. Sachem East is 1 goal away from tying this game up. Can you believe that?
But you know, it's a momentum thing, and you don't really feel any type of momentum generated by Sachem East. You haven't felt like they're a threat. So even though it is one goal, it can feel like a much bigger difference.
It
And
definitely
Hills
does
West
feel like a much bigger difference.
back to Frazier, who kicks it up into the box. Both Hills West offensive players there. And it's kicked down the left sideline, but the Sachem East person whiffs. Had the opportunity to go upfield and make a good play on the ball.
The substitution. Can't see the numbers from out here too well. Number 21 will come out, and
Number 8, Zach Dahl, will come into the game.
number 10 for Sachem East has also entered the game.
Injury.
Sachem East and our Colts have the same school colors.
That is true.
The coaches have been definitely less fiery in the second half, especially compared to last game. You could hear both coaches screaming.
They are barking at the rest, though.
There is some chat at the rest as to be expected, but nowhere near as much as there was in the West-East game.
Definitely not, but the ref in this game, I think he's been inconsistent with his calls. All you want as a coach or as a player is for the ref to be consistent. The ref can call it however he wants or she wants, but it just has to be consistent. When the ref is not consistent, you can't predict it, and that's what makes the game so difficult. So I think as a ref, you just have to be as consistent as possible. You can call it tight, you can let the players play, but you have to do the same thing every time. That's the key. That's all these coaches and players want.
There hasn't been any egregious misses anywhere. Nothing that you would shake your head at or say, how could you call that? But definitely understand what Pooch is saying here, as it seems there doesn't seem to be with the clear consistency of what it's been called. Dutch tries to head it, clears it out, and that's Landau. Headed by Dahl. Sachem East defender slips. Tries to control in the midfield. At 16 with the through ball. Nick Dutch tried to get there. Landau trying with the clear. Great through ball.
Cross is out of bounds.
Just a little bit out of bounds.
Next time, Nick, next time. That's good.
And Benny Nacht will introduce a new ball into the play.
That was Nick Senecor on the play there. And, you know, is it just me, or does it seem like the Sachem East players are not playing with that certain kind of urgency that this type of playoff game would require?
No, I think that's definitely true. They're not playing with the energy that it requires, and I'm not sure. We weren't at the Huntington Sachem East game, but I'm not quite sure how, if they played like this, they beat Huntington, the number 4 seed.
Maybe Sonny Goo had like 3 hat tricks.
Did he?
Maybe. That would be my guess. Frazier in the box. Frazier tries to turn off field. Frazier running away from the goal. Not what you like to do in soccer. Hills West controls down the sideline. That's Landau with a great kick into the box, looking for Leo. Couldn't get a head on it. But Croyne will take it just ahead of midfield. He'll kick it into the box. Oh, it takes a weird bounce. Hills West has it in front of the goal. And it's Sonny Goo. Sonny Goo with the kick. And Croyne is going to get to the ball first. And he's going to kick it way out of bounds, over the stands.
The Sachem East fans wanted it, but it went over their heads. The few Sachem East fans right now are louder than the entire Colts fan base.
And if you're in golf, you'd like to take interest in the note of wind change, but I'm not sure how much that affects soccer.
Yeah, the wind has definitely picked up.
That's the freshman down the
Feels
sideline.
much
Bergoli, open space, kicks it back down, crosses it into the box. And too far for any Hills West player. Try it, looking for Frazier on the play. And that's Messina with a far kick. Dutch there. Dutch is always there. When is Dutch not there?
Yeah.
And Benny Nacht heads it for some interesting reason instead of just picking it up. You never like to see those type of shenanigans near the goal box.
No, definitely not. If he missed that head, that ball would have gone straight to the back of the net.
Down for Frazier. Frazier still competing for it. Frazier somehow got the ball. And it's going to be another corner. Look at, you love to see the effort. That took effort. They didn't give up on the play. And it's resulted in the 7th corner for Hills West.
7 corners. Wow.
Pooch can barely even count to 7.
Yeah. I get to 5, 6, and then I miss it sometimes, you know?
For 1, 6, 8.
Just kidding. Pooch's AP Bio average is definitely way higher than mine.
Really? Debatable.
That's not a shock to anyone. Ben Wishman for the corner. high, going to the far post. And it's going to go all the way to the opposite side of the field.
And he pushed him down. That has to be called. That is called. At least the ref called that one. Wouldn't be surprised, though, if that one wasn't called after what wasn't called earlier in the game.
It's a great time out here. Beautiful sunny field. Can't stress that enough. Way better compared to last time.
Yeah.
Hills West has been up. They haven't let up a goal. And you feel like they've been in control the entire time. The time possession stats have been ridiculous. But here, it looks like Sachem East has something here. Down the line. And Dutch comes in with the play. And nope, they're going to call it to Sachem East. It looks like they want it to be more urgent. The coach is calling for some more urgency. That seems to be their biggest issue right now.
They are playing with no urgency. It's true. The coach is right. They're down a goal. I don't think it's hit them yet that their season ends if they don't score right now.
That's it. What would happen if you lose the game? And that was the best opportunity of the game so far.
That was electric.
That's the
It got the fans electric.
That's the first save that Benny Nacht has actually had to save.
That was James Perrone on the shot. Got enough on it for it to be almost a goal. But again, Benny Nacht coming up. You're going to have to do more than that. And you're going to have to keep up this intensity.
The game's been pretty boring for Benny Nacht. I mean, I'm sure he likes it that
and
way.
the Hills West going with their catching the Sachem East goalie out of position and tries to get a bomb down the goal.
That'll be number
That's
10 versus Dutch.
Perrone, who's... Ooh, and Dutch with a little extra after the play. Interesting no call on the ref there in favor of Sachem East. It seems like Dutch was a little aggressive there. We like to be objective. We're objective broadcasters. Of course, we are rooting for Hills West, though. But in relation to the game, we like to see a fair game no matter what. Kicked way down the right sideline.
Oh.
There's a battle for it. The freshman comes away with it. Sachem East with a well-timed slide.
I think he's going to be forever known as the freshman. He can be a junior, a senior, but
The freshman.
the freshman.
Frazier with the push, and the ref calls it against Frazier. Frazier's played extremely well, but it just hasn't clicked with him. He's been the target on a lot of these chances, but it's been a tough day with the ref. Hasn't gotten a lot of calls for him, has gotten a lot of calls against him, and I would understand if he's a little frustrated at this point.
You usually see one team, usually the team that's losing, upset with the ref, but when you see both teams upset with the call, with the official, that is something.
Great analysis from Pujin. And Sachem East sets up for the free kick. It's Sunny Goo, of course.
What a day for Sunny Goo. He's had a great game,
He's done everything but score a goal.
which is what Sachem East needs most right
And
now.
I think he's a defender.
He is a defender.
That is interesting to know.
It's not his job to score goals.
But you feel like they might call him up, push him upfield some more. Have him play midfield even.
I think that might be in their best interest right now.
Clearly, they haven't gotten one decent shot off yet, besides the header in the box that really didn't have that much power on it. Big kick from Messina. Controlled by not Leo. That would be Andrew Buncis. Or no, that would be Zach Dahl. Thank you. They have control of the midfield. That's number 9. Lucas Beer coming down the field. And a great play by the defender, Justin Croy. And the crowd cheering. Wear your ankles. Sachem East furious that there's no call. Neither way, it's played down the field. There's Goldbaum.
Goldbaum.
Kicks it back to the freshman.
It's Frazier.
Frazier.
Frazier to
Back
Goldbaum. Back to Goldbaum.
No.
Goldbaum.
Done. Leo.
And oof, not even close.
And I think that was Dahl on the play, not Landau.
No, that was not.
That was Dahl. Number 8, Zach Dahl. Again, they do not wear their last names on their jersey, but
It's
we're
high
doing
school
our
sports.
best.
They never
It's high
do.
school sports. Nothing less would be expected.
That's very
Sachem East with a good move. Oh, looked for the running Sachem East player. Look at that. They tried to do that again. Landau with the stop. Tried to play upfield by Bergoli. Dutch with a great through ball. That's number 3.
And it's goal bound.
Go bound. Go down with the touch to Dutch. Dutch is going to take the shot. Tries to get to the front foot and looks for Marcus Frazier on the far post.
Block. The goalie comes all
You're
the
not
way
even
out.
close to the muck,
And
Mike.
then Dutch is over here.
That was not Dutch.
Let's see Nicky's name.
That was Leo. And Benny Knock will pick it up. No harm done. Number 10, James Perrone, is trying to get their team fired up.
That looked like a little handball to me on Sachem East.
That's what the ref is calling.
So it is a handball.
And is that the Sachem East crowd?
Seems like it. Doug is no longer prominently leading the chants.
That is an important thing to note. Doug is not predominantly leading these chants. That's
Come
going to
on,
be
Doug,
Sonny
this is
Goo
Luka.
with the kick. Way into the box. Headed up by Dutch. And a header. Saved
and
by
easily
Benny.
saved by Knocked. Those kind of shots don't get past Benny. Benny's too good of a goalie to let those up.
That was number 4, Nick Adamo. Big kick
Younger
from
of
Benny.
the Nanamo brothers. Just a sophomore.
Sachem East looking to play it upfield. And Zach Dahl will just let it go out of bounds. Casey Brogneff picks it up. Brogneff.
That's Jonah Landau.
And now Jonah Landau with the throw. To Zach Dahl. Zach Dahl tries to head it.
If Hills West can hold on for this game, they will face the winner of number 1 seed Comac and number 9 seed Newfield. But as some of the players on the Colts tell me, Newfield has a real chance of beating Comac. It's not a typical 1-9 game. Newfield is very good. They had a slump in the middle of the season, but they came into the season the number 1 team. So there's a good chance we get a 3rd home game here.
And
On
that's what the
Finn
fans
Field.
will love to see. We haven't had a home game since 2013. And we're
Now
just trying
we
to
have a
ride
chance.
this run as much as possible. 3 home games.
Now we have a chance for the 3rd home game.
Thanks for
But-
repeating exactly what I just said, Pooch.
That's all dependent
In a row.
on whether we can win this game. As we saw in the East game, it ain't over till it's over. And this is
Played
just a
up.
1-0 lead. We had a 3-0 lead
Played up
against
for
East.
Nick Adamo. That's going to be the freshman Bragoli kicking out midfield. Big touch. Didn't understand what he was trying to accomplish
Well, there's
there.
the wind playing a role. The wind carried the ball out to the right.
Of course, on a parabolic path. Dutch with the bicycle kick. And that was a risky play because if he wasn't able to get a touch on that ball, it looked like the Sachem East, and that's Perrone. That's not
And-
Perrone. That's number 17, Frank Adamo. Adamo and Perrone are
older of
trying
the
to
Adamo
lead this Sachem East team back. Pretty much the only players who have gotten decent opportunities up in the offensive fields.
Unfortunately, Sachem is not back too far.
You'd like to see another goal by Hills West kind of put it away. This is the second half.
The next goal would be the dagger.
This is the
Sachem
second
East
half.
is having a lot of trouble scoring a goal.
But as you saw in our last Hills East-West game, it looked like the midfielder was coming in for a heavy shot and
Bragoli
completely
down
whiffed.
the left
And
side of the
Bragoli down the
field.
left sideline. It looked like he was trying to take a big touch. Bragoli down. He still has the ball. Trying to do a box, but it's right to the goalie,
Easily
Messina.
saved.
Wow, that could have been almost a big turn of events there. It looked like Sachem East was gonna have a big kick at least into the box, but it almost went the complete opposite way.
The goalie is Manzella, by the way.
Mandela, not
Manzella,
Messina.
Not Messina.
Name corrections are a feature of the live stream. Landau, just a little too much there. The ref thinks.
Just curious. Do they have fantasy soccer? Is that a thing?
Fantasy soccer is indeed a thing.
It is. How does that work? I mean,
See,
how
it's
could that
interesting.
work?
You pick a lineup like in fantasy basketball of midfielders and strikers and defensemen and goalies. And just like basketball, your total stats get accumulated.
But they have to. It has to be based on one league, right? What league is it based on?
Well,
I mean,
most of our friends across the pond use the British league. Oh, and it's been a ladder!
And Sachem East.
Oh my God,
headed
Sachem East
in
ties
for
it
a
up.
goal.
Well, we're busy talking about fantasy. Oh, and the flag is up! The offside flag is up!
It is offside.
That is the biggest momentum play. Sachem East is stunned.
What a relief for the Colts.
Sachem East thought they
That
had the
was
goal.
a close one.
Number 4, Adamo.
He was offsides. Wow.
And now Doug and friends are starting a chant.
That is the biggest play of the game by far. They thought it was going to be a tied 1-1 score. Instead, offside flag completely changes everything. Goes off the board.
Wow.
That's a blow
That
to Sachem
is
East.
a game changer.
Wow.
They almost thought they had it. No.
And this has gotten the crowd revitalized as the game has been kind of just a little lacked action. It's lacked some action.
It has been a boring game from a crowd standpoint.
Doug is making the crowd electric.
Wow. Dangerous close call for Hills West. That was easily the best opportunity by Sachem East all day. And he put it in the goal. This happened to be offsides. But as you know, a Hills West goal was negated because of offside in the Hills West East game. So you know how that feels. It's a deflating moment. Whoa. A little rough. Looks like Croyne was there. Sachem East begging for a card. And it looks like we're waiting. And it doesn't look like the ref is taking out a card.
Ball will be on this side though.
Gonna be a free kick for Sachem East though. Now the defense was getting a little too aggressive there as he tackled the Sachem East player to the ground.
This free kick could very
It's
well
Sonny Gu
result
again
in
with the
something.
free kick.
And as you mentioned, they have called up Sonny Gu to aid in the offense, and it almost resulted in a goal there.
Fans from both benches are anxious. And Vida, number 1, is checked into the game. This is his first appearance in the game. Vida, VD, that is what I said. All right, VD. Popular sub for the Hills West team. And also number 24.
Steven Lakatos is coming onto the field.
Okay, Pooch. Didn't even have to look at the sheet for that one.
Sonny Gu can make a big difference right here.
Now you could see there's been more pressure from the Sachem East offense. And it's resulted in some opportunities. But as Hills West early in the game couldn't capitalize, neither could Sachem East.
This
And
is high school soccer. The clock has been stopped.
That's also a very interesting thing to note because in professional soccer, they play 90-minute games running time. This is stop time. So they're actually playing longer than in professional leagues.
Yeah, 40.
Right, but that is offset by the unlimited subs.
That is also an important thing to note. I think it's also because they want to reduce injury. If you have more players that can be on the field, it reduces injury. And of course, safety is our number 1 concern. Should be for every sport.
It definitely should. And I think they do take a lot of precautions to make
Of
every
course.
sport as safe as possible. It's sports.
We are waiting for the ref to resume play.
The ref has been yelling at the teams all day
Being
about
a-
hurrying up. And now we have
Sonny Gu with the kick. That will be still happening. The ref has blown the whistle. This is a big kick. Into the box.
perfect kick.
Oh,
Benny.
knocked out by Benny Knockton. There's no Sachem East defender to fill in the play when the ball's in the air. And what a kick.
Cleared. It is not cleared. It is still on the
And
way
he just
over.
kicked it way over.
He
Number 15.
Bit of a scare there. If there was a Sachem player.
Number 15. Oh, of course. Sonny Gill. I cannot even recognize him
else?
as he was on the offensive side of the ball now.
Who else? But
But
Sonny
it
Gu.
looked as Benny knocked had to hit it out, not grab it. Yes, Galette.
That is Matthew Salepi.
Also a member of the
of
news.
our newspaper crew and the Colts soccer team.
And Sachem East playing it down the sideline. That looks to be Perone. Perone tries to cross into the box. Looking for number 9, Lucas Beer. And it's going to be a Sachem East. It's going to be Sachem East throw-in. The Sachem East coaches want a goal. Thrown into the box.
Electric.
Headed outside by Leo. And a big clear.
Jonathan Bragoli, the huge clear.
That was actually Dahl with the clear.
I'm sorry, Dahl with the clear.
And Benny
And
Knock
he keeps
grabs
it
it.
in bounds.
As we always like to promote ourselves, Hills West Media, greatest place to watch Hills West Sports.
There's no other place.
You know, there is no other place. And
There's-
throughout all the technical difficulties we have, we are still here streaming the game. But we might not be able to if our conditions don't improve. We have phone battery issues sometimes, microphone issues. But as long as we are still here, we will be commentating Hills West Sports. That's going to be throwing down the far right side. Controlled by Sachem East. Tried to be put upfield. Dahl. Sachem East looking to hurry it up a little more. And Sachem East fans are again trying to will their team to a goal. And you know, again, this has been a constant problem. West has let up on their shot opportunities. They had way more in the first half and early beginning of the second half, but now they haven't had anything.
Which is interesting because this field, Finn Field, or as the Colts like to call it, Bayern Munich Stadium, is not an even plane. The right side of the field where the Colts are currently shooting is downhill from the other side.
That is definitely something to watch because, as Pooch just mentioned, this field is uneven. Unlike the turf field that we also have, but our team practices on this field, and they like the field. So I guess you can't fault them if they feel like they have an advantage here. Headed upfield by number 21.
Every team remaining in the playoffs plays on turf, except for our Colts, who play on this grass field. So definitely an advantage when we play on the grass.
And the goalie, Mazzina, had to come out of the goal to make that play. Hills West showing a little more offensive prowess.
Number 10 will come into the game again.
That's number 1, Nick Vita. Also being subbed in.
Number 10, not number.
We were talking about 2 different subs there. This is our cameraman.
You can't even hear me.
Want to introduce yourself?
No, I do not.
Newest member of our Colts production team,
Michael Garafa. Thank you.
Michael Garafa. Hope to be hearing him from the future. And Mazzina reached over Frazier's head and grabbed the ball. That's what you would call in football.
Manzella.
Manzella, as we can
Landau
still
with the
not get
kick.
this
Oh,
name
we
right.
can get it, you know.
I can't. That's my bad.
Cumulative, it will end up being the right name.
That's number 16. And it's down the sideline. Dutch running to it. Dutch will get there. Dutch is going to kick it high out of bounds right into the Sachem East.
Sachem bench.
Going for the quick throw-in. And
That's
Dutch,
Dutch again.
not the best touch.
Lakatos to Dutch.
Dutch trying to clear it. Dutch still in the play. And again, way
Shot
high up by
Held
number
circle
16.
for way too long on that one.
I love how you keep making these FIFA references. Number
First one of the
16,
game, technically.
number 16, Stephen Hollis tried to give a spark there to Sachem East for their first goal. And Pooch, I don't even know if you played FIFA, but do you have FIFA 18?
No, I do not have FIFA 18, but I have heard it hasn't lived up to par. 17 was a good game, but
I enjoy 18, so shout out to FIFA 18. My brother Jack Gold, beast at video games. Frazier in the play. Frazier still not getting the call today. It seems like he was surrounded by Sachem East defenders who were pushing him around, but the ref does not agree. This is something that's been consistent. Sonny Goo lining up for the free kick. He's gonna bomb it right into the Hills West box.
heads it. That must be
And that's
painful.
number 26
And
moving up to the ball.
Bergoli's tackles have been a little bit sloppy today. He seems to throw himself into the player. I think he needs to polish his tackles a little bit.
Sonny Goo.
We like the effort. We like the hustle, but
Sonny Goo taking every kick for Sachem East. It's definitely going to go into the box. They're going to try to get a head on it. It goes in the box. Definitely far post. They get a head on it. And saved out of danger from Nick Dutch. 10.
Nick Dutch has come in clutch today
3.
multiple
Gets
times.
in front. Lets the ball roll
No.
over him. And he tackles.
That is Landau making the play.
Great defense. Sonny Goo tries to save it. Falls down. Gets back up. Still has the ball. Somehow making plays. Right down. Back.
Sonny Goo is what a player.
Number 3 with the ball. Down the field.
Landau.
It's going to be off Sachem East. It's going to be a Hills West throw-in. And that was Zach Dahl providing the defense.
What do you think of the blonde hair on this Colts team?
I think it shows team unity. You know, it's not something that everyone wants to do, but it's about the team.
Yeah. I was talking to Matt Salepi, a member of our crew. He was definitely not a fan of the blonde hair, but he did it anyway. Because this team, they're all such great friends with each other. And
Dutch is going to take the throw-in.
As usual.